In the next 24 hours, you are going to manifest more with your specific person than you ever have in the past. And because we already did one on this channel before, but we're going to do another 24-hour manifestation challenge. And don't worry, I'll tell you exactly how to do it and how to get the most results, because I know initially you're thinking, how am I supposed to manifest my specific person in 24 hours? How am I supposed to manifest a phone call, a date, a text, marriage? How am I supposed to do all this? And I have just the answer for you. So for the next 24 hours, we're just seeing who can manifest the most with their specific person, and you're going to come back and write all of your successes. But in this 24 hours, we're not going to worry about how, because we're never actually going to know how we're going to get our specific person until we're in the state of it. Truly, the entire how is not going to be shown to us, but I want you to think of this specific example, and it's going to show you that worrying about the how has been actually keeping you from manifesting your specific person tomorrow. And that is, let's say you walk up to a homeless person and you ask them, how would you make $1 million? How do you receive? How do you manifest? How do you create? How do you get $1 million? What do you think their answer is going to be? And obviously, they're not going to know how, and they may even get frustrated or angry with this question, right? But does that sound familiar? Normally, that's how we react whenever we are trying to ask ourselves how to do something when we are not in the state of it. So right now, if you're wondering, how am I supposed to manifest my specific person? That's actually not anything that we have to worry about at all, because we're not going to know unless we are in the state of it. And this is because divine guidance comes from the state. If you're thinking about how to be with your specific person coming from or feeling single, you're only going to get single thoughts and actions that come about. In the same way that if we ask a homeless person how to make $1 million, unless they're in the state of that, they're only going to be able to give you advice and give you things that recreate their current state. And this is sometimes what can create a cycle when it comes to manifestation, because we're more worried about how we're going to do it rather than the state that we're coming from. And you might have another question of, okay, but Kyle, it's so hard to feel into the end state. It's so hard to feel as if I'm already with my specific person. And I'll give you exactly how to do this if you are someone who has a hard time feeling in the end. And this is to just contemplate it. So for the next 24 hours, you don't have to worry about what to do, how to do it. Act and feel from the state, and you will be divinely guided to what you want. But when I use the term contemplate, this is how we're going to easily and effortlessly get into the state, because getting into the state actually is rooted in a concept of or a state of passivity, meaning that we are allowing our reality to show us what we want. So if you're visualizing and you're having a really hard time thinking, assuming, imagining the end, or even feeling it, just contemplate it. Meaning, contemplate what it would feel like if you had a date with your specific person tomorrow. What would it feel like if you were engaged to your specific person and had your wedding planned? What would it feel like if your specific person was calling you and texting you all day, every day? These are questions just to contemplate, and think of how easy, non-intrusive the word contemplate is, rather than a word of like visualize or force ourselves into the state. Just think about it and see what your mind and body do. And so because again, we're still in this 24-hour challenge. For the next 24 hours, I want you to come back here and use this video as a success journal. Okay, so you're going to write down all the amazing, awesome successes that you receive every single step of the way. And you know me, and I guess if you don't, success journals, I always talk about success journals because they catapult your mind to the end state in ways that you've never seen. Because the more we actually focus on, the more we actually celebrate successes, the further it's going to put you into the state and the more you're actually going to manifest. So I don't care if you just see signs from your specific person, you run into them on the street, you see other couples that are together, happily together, those can be signs. Or if they text you, call you, ask you out on a date, propose to you, all of that is something that I would come back here and just write it down. So again, come back, look at other people's successes. If along the way you are feeling worried, you're feeling nervous, you're like, I don't know if I could do this, comment hearts on other people's successes, and you'll see that the more love that you give out, the more love you're going to receive in response. And I did want to give another example as well as a success story to kind of get everyone going, because another metaphor for this is when you try to worry about the how when you're not in the state is like so shout out to all the students out there, going to class on the first day and worrying about the final exam. That's not something that you would do, right? You're not in the state of understanding and knowing everything in the class, so why would you worry about the final exam? If right now we're not in the state of how to get to where we want to go, to be with our specific person, worrying about how literally does not make sense, because we won't be given the how through divine guidance until we get into the state. But like I mentioned, I also want to give a really, really cool success story that aligns with this, so you know for a fact that you can manifest in 24 hours. You can manifest anything you want right now. 24 hours is actually a long time to your subconscious mind, who sees all of your manifestations as already alive within you. And what I love about the success story is it showcases just how powerful the intention can be. So here's what they wrote. They wrote, hello, in all caps. Kyle, I swear to God, I kid you not, I wrote that email yesterday and I booked the call yesterday and he was here in my house today. He didn't want to leave either. OMG. So this was someone I was already working in email coaching with. And so they were fed up. They're like, all right, I want my specific person. They were showing up, but not in the way that they wanted. And they're like, all right, that's it. I'm going to book a phone call coaching session. And literally the intention, the state change of booking the call put them into the state in such a way that the how automatically created right then and there. Because I love that they wrote, he's here at my house today and he doesn't want to leave. It's just crazy how powerful everyone is and how you can create anything that you want right here in this moment. So if you are worrying, again, every worry, every anxiety that you're going to have in this challenge is all going to be about how, right? Because we kind of know when, right? We're focusing on the next 24 hours. We know the state. Again, contemplate it. Feel as if you already have it. So don't worry about the how. Allow yourself to align with what you want. Because like I mentioned in a previous video about mental diet, when you align with this, when you don't worry about the how, when you focus on your mental diet, when you contemplate the end and focus on manifesting and creating the perfect life within this next 24 hours, you find that everything, and I mean everything, begins to work out in your favor without you even trying. And one more thing as well. So I want to work personally with all my members on this. So in my members, so if you're already a member, you can head over there. I'm actually starting a group chat on WhatsApp where we can all we can all work and talk together and discuss all of the amazing and abundant successes that we are having, especially in this next 24 hours, but then continuing forever. Any one of my members are going to have access to everyone else, and we're going to have a fun little manifestation group that at any point in time, it's 2 a.m. where you're at, a member is going to be awake and available to talk to you. I think this is going to be so beneficial to everyone's manifestation, but I just wanted to kind of kickstart it with this 24-hour challenge. So if you're a member, head over, make sure to add the group on WhatsApp. If you are not a member and you wanted to become one, wanted to kind of join this 24-hour manifestation challenge, and then continue with, I would say, the absolute best group of manifestors, but obviously I'm biased. Just click the link in the description and you can join too. As well as all this, remember to favorite or bookmark, like this video, whatever it is, so you can keep coming back and writing down your own successes. Like, I'm being serious. Use this as a success journal. If you want to get the most abundant results and the quickest results and basically win this challenge and be with your specific person tomorrow, you have to take this seriously. You have to come back to this video and write down all the successes. If you see repeating numbers, write that down. If you see run into your specific person, write that down. If they text you, if someone mentions their name, all of that are successes that if you write, you're going to catapult and receive even more successes. But if you did have any questions as well, definitely leave them down in the comment section below. Also, if you did want to reach out to me, you can always reach out to me on my website at kyleaugustcoaching.com. Thanks so much for stopping by today, and I can't wait to see you in the members group chat. I'll also be making a video tomorrow, because last time the 24-hour challenge, people were kind of coming in late, so I gave it a little bit of extra time. But hopefully either tomorrow or the next day, because this is a 24-hour challenge, but I want to let everyone kind of have the ability to kind of try their best at this challenge. Tomorrow we'll be doing basically a video talking about discussing all the amazing successes, or the next day. I'll have a video up tomorrow, but for the next day. Thanks again so much for stopping by, and I'll see you with all of your successes tomorrow.